You're watching F5. We're at RSA 2023 here in Moscone Center in beautiful San Francisco. I am joined by my good friend, Peter Scheffler. Scheffler, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thanks very much. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What's that thing on your head?
That is a Leaf hat. After the 4-1 comeback last night, this thing ain't coming off anytime soon.
All right, very nice. I love the spirit. Okay, so we were going to talk today about what you've seen at RSA so far. Tell me what you've seen, Peter.
Well, I've seen a lot of people to start. Attendance has been great, which is good because with COVID there was a little bit of a dip in show attendance, but I think it's back in force now. A lot of great vendors. I did a little bit of a walk this morning, this afternoon, and had a look at some of the technologies that are out there. Definitely, I think security around like automating security, orchestrating security is definitely a big message today. A lot of vendors figuring out how to get all this data and surface the data to you that you need to see when you need to see it. We're seeing a lot of our customers now adopting like Kubernetes or OpenShift or some sort of orchestration technology that allows them to scale their applications. Now we've gone from a time when we had hundreds of servers to thousands of VMs to tens of thousands of workers, in some case. The data points that you have to monitor is too hard. And so what we're seeing is really some cool technology where people are gathering data and pulling information together and then surfacing the events that you need to see. And I think that's something. It's a good message across the board. I see that in several vendors. A lot of innovative ways that people are doing it. I think the other thing that I'm seeing a lot of is the other side of the automation side of application automation, and how do they get security in line with their orchestration tools for building their code and their pipeline. Some of the things that we've been doing, where we've automated a lot of our web app firewall and our WAP technologies, and get them integrated with that. I think that's been a message that we've been doing. I remember I guess 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, we had the kill the UI message where we wanted to really get everything into the API space for the control plane. And I think that's really where people are today. And it takes the market a little while to get there. I think F5 was ready for that when people were ready to adopt it. Still got a lot of customers that they still use the UI, but they're realizing that at scale and as they move to more and more places, they have the systems, as they move to these multi-cloud environments, automation's the only way that they can scale their business. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. You actually were mentioning before that you've been working on some automation. Maybe you can tell us about that.
I have. Some of the interesting things that we've got going. So, I had a few customers reach out last year. It's that panicky moment when you've got an auditor coming in and they need to get some information. What does your systems look like? What happened last year? And what I've been able to do is write take advantage of our control plane API on our big IP and actually be able to pull data over time. So being able to say audit changes into your security policy. So we have an audit log, but you might want to see that in a point in time, or you might also want to be able to say, I want to surface an event when there is a change. So was this a planned change or a change that just happened because we had an event last night that we had to address? So drift happens. I'll use the somewhat jokey line, but we have to be able to handle that drift. And so being able to pull your security changes automatically and be able to push those out to a reporting engine is really important. So a couple of our customers, FinServ customers, came to us and asked us how we could do that. So I built some scripts, some Python scripts. In the process of putting them up on DevCentral, they're available on GitHub. And I'm hoping that makes life easier for people to be able to pull that information, be able to push that out to their auditors. As they're making those changes, they may not always document them at 3 o'clock in the morning when we're addressing the attack du jour. So
yeah, that is going to make a lot of people's lives easier, I think.
I hope so.
So final question, did you use ChatGPT to generate all that?
I did not, but I do like playing with ChatGPT. It's pretty cool, and I'm sort of following what's going on in the AI world on that side. I'm really liking the human interface, being able to not have to think a search out before you search. Some of us do have the ability to do some fancy searches, but not everybody does. So I think as we get natural language interfaces, that's going to make life a lot easier for people. Just think about the conversation that you have with your home assistant, whatever that might be. Being able to ask it questions, have it give you not just a link to go look at, but be able to parse that information and give you back maybe the sum of the parts is more than than individual items. I think that's going to be very interesting. So.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts for this week so far, Peter.
Thanks for having me. That's awesome. Appreciate it.
Always great to have you on behalf of myself and Peter. This is RSA. We're at Moscone North, 5435. Please come on down. Check out the booth. We got talks going on. We got shirts to give away. We got prizes going out in the prize picker as well. So worth checking out. Otherwise, thank you very much. See you on the next one.